Welcome to the channel Joseph Reads Books. Today we'll be reading I Used to Be an Artichoke, written by Maureen McGinn. Let's get started. I Used to Be an Artichoke, written by Maureen McGinn, art by Anita Norman. I used to be an artichoke. ... But one day, someone passed me by and said, "What an ugly artichoke." So I became a butterfly. I was a beautiful butterfly, but my colors would not stay. They always washed off in the rain, so I changed into a crayon. I was a lovely purple crayon, but I felt like I was dying when I was left out in the sun, so I became a dandelion. I was minding my own business when a man began to beg, "Please go away, Mr. Dandelion." So I changed into an egg. Not an ordinary egg, a snake egg. And I woke up beneath a log. I said, "Oh no, this ain't for me." And I changed into a frog. I was happy as a frog, sitting all day in the sun. But someone said they'd eat my legs. So I turned into a water gun. A bright red plastic water gun. And I stayed that way until once at school I was used on a teacher. Then I changed into a hill. Certainly wasn't very big, but I thought being small is nice. Till they leveled me into a highway. Then I changed into ice. I was swimming in some lemonade at a lemonade stand, and just before I started to melt, I became a jar of jam. Now, jam is fine just by itself, but peanut butter will never do. We always seem to be together, so I changed into a ladder. Little did I know that being a ladder isn't funny. I discovered I was afraid of heights and changed into some money. I lived with lots of other money in the biggest bank you'd ever seen. But one day, when the bank got robbed, I became a nectarine. Nectarines are thin-skinned, and I really couldn't see a future in a nectarine. So I became an onomatopoeia. I always said just what I meant. I was honest as could be, but onomatopoeia is hard to spell. So I changed into a pea. I was happy living in my pod, but the other peas were mean. And so, unlike most potted peas, I changed into a queen. Being a queen was so much fun. Upon my throne I sat until I heard the land's at war, and I changed into a rat. But nobody really likes a rat. You know how dirty they are. One day I said, "This is no way to live. I think I'll be a star." After I was a star a while, I started to burn up. And I wanted to get back to the earth, so I turned into a turnip. But it was cold beneath the ground. There wasn't any heat down there. And I know there was just one thing to do. I did it. I became Underwear! Underwear is fine in the winter, but when it gets warm, I'll bet you'd rather be something else too. I changed into a violet. Violets are pretty, but violets are small. I wanted to be noticed, so I became a wall. I was the Great Wall of China, the longest wall you'd ever seen. But since walls often block the view, I became an X-ray machine. But X-rays live in hospitals. They're not much fun, you know. I want to have a good time. So I became a yo-yo. Up and down, up and down. That's all that yo-yos ever do. I got tired of up and down. And now I am a zoo. I suppose you must envy me. I've been things from A to Z. I'll tell you something, and it's no joke. I should have stayed in Artichoke. The end.